So we made it. We made it. What's up, y'all? This is Ellie, your host for Entrepreneurish, and this week you guys are with me on my balcony in the middle of this city. I don't know about y'all, but I feel on top of the world. I'm not kidding. I feel on top of the world, and I honestly got this place to feel on top of the world. So this episode we are going to talk about the grind and what it took to be here, and how I ended up burning out, and what I'm gonna do forward to not let that affect my future. So definitely stay tuned if you guys want to hear all of the woes for the past few months and how to beat them, because you can do anything. You can really do anything you put your mind to. Okay, listen to this commercial and then head on back for me. Hey everyone, it's your host Ellie, and we're back. Thank you so much for listening to the commercials. And today's topic is manifestation. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I don't think y'all see me happy, which is fucking crazy. And excuse my language, but that's crazy, because I've been happy, but like smiling, like real, like me, I haven't been for a minute. So I think the reason why I picked the topic manifestation is because I think a lot of people think you're crazy, and hell, you got to be crazy to make something out of nothing. Because that's what manifestation is. It's making something out of absolutely nothing. And yet it still ends up working out, and this is living proof, which is why I wanted to tell you, like, if you're manifesting something, keep going, because it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, and the more you believe, the faster it starts happening. So my manifestation process is probably something you've heard before, but this is what works for me. It all starts with Pinterest. I fucking love Pinterest. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but if you don't have a Pinterest board, get a Pinterest board. Type the word luxury in. Sometimes they do luxury and black people. Sometimes you gotta be specific. You gotta see yourself in it. And you know how, like, different cultures, you might not, I don't know, you gotta see yourself. So do whatever makes you feel like you look like the person in the picture. Like you could actually imagine yourself as the person in the picture. And then I just start pinning. And I mean, I just start pinning. So I only do it in fits of passion. And that is probably the most important thing about all of these manifestation tips. If you don't feel like it, stop right there. Try again later, because it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You have to be in this mood of, I'm gonna change my life. And if you're not in that mood of, I'm gonna change my life, if it feels hesitant, or if you feel like I might change my life or whatever, don't start manifesting. It's not the time, because you're going to get the vibes all mixed up, because you still, like, there's doubt in there. You have to pick a moment where you have absolutely no doubt in your mind that you're doing the right thing. You have to be absolutely 100% positive that right now is the time. So, and you know it. You'll feel it. You'll feel it in your soul. And the more you do it and you see it actually work, you'll start to notice when are the better times to start doing it. But first thing is I feel like I'm going to change my life. And then I go, what do I want my life to look like? So then I start searching Pinterest. And I type in luxury, and then I start thinking, am I going to own a ranch, or do I want a high-rise apartment? Do I want a Louis bag or a Gucci bag? Do I even want either one of those? So I want a Brandon Blackwood bag. Do I want better shoes or just different shoes? Do I want, like, literally you have to sit down and put together new you, or not even new you, like the real you, because I think we all have a version of ourselves in our head that we just haven't gotten to yet. So you have to choose her outfits. Like, I think about it as like dressing up your own avatar in your head, like your, yeah, basically. Like, when I say I, who am I talking about? Because I means something different to every person who says the word. And because of that, there's no real definition of the word I. And because of that, you have to define it. Your brain doesn't do well with abstract concepts. You have to define exactly what you're thinking of and what you're trying to go to. So I picked the car that I'm going to sit in. I picked the parking spot. I picked the perfumes. I picked the outfits, like aesthetics. What's the color palette? What are the hairstyles? What are the makeup looks that I'm willing to wear? Does she do photo shoots? Where does she work? Where does she go hang out? Where does she be seen? These are the things that you have to write down. Or actually, not even write down, put in your Pinterest board. And so there, it's in my Pinterest board. Once it's in my Pinterest board, I look at my Pinterest board every morning. Like, I wake up, I do my devotion, I say my prayers to God, and then I go look at my Pinterest board. I don't care what time of morning it is. I'll be late to work taking my 30 minutes to look at my Pinterest board. Why? Because it's necessary. That is my motivation. It's like, why are you going to work? Well, girl, that Gucci bag costs $2,500, and you got to go to work to make $2,500. So that's why I'm here. And I really think everybody needs something like that to say, this is my purpose. Some of y'all have children, so you got things you want to buy for them. I do not yet, so I think about me all the time and what I want to do. That's just where I'm at right now. Eventually I'll have people to think about, but right now it's just me and me wanting a high rise. And honestly, how I got here is hold on, let me get through my manifestation tips, and then we'll talk about how that works for me in the long run. So first, get a Pinterest board, fill it with your luxury items. Second, you're going to look at that Pinterest board every single day. You pick the time that you're going to be like the most imaginative, because that's really what it is. It's basically, you take a picture and you insert yourself in the picture mentally, and you immerse yourself in that picture. I don't know how to explain it, but that is really what it is. I look at a picture and I immerse myself in there. Like, I mean, like, all of a sudden I'm in that Tesla seat, and I'm about to turn my car on. So I look up in the picture where it is that I need to press the button. So then I'll close my eyes and I'll press the button, and I'll do that. I'll ride around town. I'll say where I have to go, things like that. You know, like when you were a little kid and you used to dress up and pretend that shit is real, and we should have never stopped doing it, and you should never be embarrassed to sit in your pretend Tesla and drive around town. Because I promise you, if you do that every day, something's gonna show up in your life where you have an opportunity to buy the Tesla. Why? Because you kept thinking about it. Your brain is a problem solver. So all it's going to do is try to solve the problem. The problem is that your brain thinks you have a Tesla and you don't. So your brain's gonna work until that's true. And it's happened to me over and over and over and over and over again. So if you're doubtful, I don't understand how, but I'm a dare you to try it. I'm a dare you to give it a chance, just in case you think it's baloney. Then once the imagination is done, then I write down the lifestyle that I have, and I basically write down what I imagine. So after I'm done driving around in my Tesla, I'm like, my Tesla's so clean. It's got red leather seats. It's black on the outside. People don't know how to get in and out of it. It's so funny. I put the Bath and Body Works little car thing spray, or car plugs in the air plugs in there. I love those things. I have one that smells like, it's called Champagne Toast from Bath and Body Works. I don't know if y'all know that, but like, it smells so good. And I can't smell because I lost my smell to COVID, but like, I can smell it. It, like, the little bit that I can smell, it smells really good, if that makes sense. It's gotta smell good if I can smell it and I can't smell it. Does that make, I hope that makes sense. Anyway, if y'all lost your smell, you know what I'm talking about. There's a few of us no smell proofs. But yeah, so once you I don't know what y'all saw, not saw, but anyway, so first you're trying to figure out what it is. Then you're trying to figure out what to ask for. And then you narrow down exactly what to ask for. And then you ask for it. And then after you finish asking for it, you literally just say thank you for having it until you have it. I saying it out loud sounds crazy, but it's so true. But this is exactly how it works. This is how it works. It really is how it works, y'all. Like, you just literally say thank you. So every time I go to my car now, I say thank you so much for my Tesla. Every single time. Every single time. I'm gonna keep saying that until I have a Tesla. And then when y'all look at my posts from like a few months later and I'm riding around in a Tesla, don't tell me that you don't know how I got there, because I literally just told you. So I guess the story time for me to get here was how do I want to talk about this? Because this is an intense, my living situation is a real story, y'all. And I've been trying to figure out how much I want to share. But it's been like called upon my heart to really talk about it, especially since I feel safe. Okay, so I was in a relationship for 12 years. And it wasn't healthy. I think that's the best way I can put the description of the relationship without saying too much. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny then. It wasn't funny then at all. Like, I swear to God, it wasn't funny. So yeah, I had a very complicated relationship, and God delivered me from it. I don't have another way of saying that either. That's truth. God hand delivered me out of that situation. It's like literally picked me up and put me in paradise. And I have been in paradise ever since. I've been in paradise ever since. So if you're in a relationship and it really feels like that's the only thing stopping you, that's the only thing stopping you. I'm gonna just say that because I know you're not finna leave till you're ready, but that's just what it is. When you realize that it's the relationship and it ain't shit wrong with you, it's the relationship you in, you start moving. I promise you start moving. But yeah, so I left that in December. And when I say left that, I mean left that. I left my 4-bedroom home. I left all my clothes, all my belongings. I left that. I had spent 6 years building that life. I had spent some time, money, effort, all of that, and I left it. I moved into my parents' basement, and I lived in my parents' basement for 4 months. January, February, March, April. Those 4 months, I changed my whole life. I changed my entire life. I changed what I do, how I do it, and who I think I am. And in doing so, I challenged myself. And one of my challenges was to allow myself to live the life I wanted. Because I was told for years that I was doing too much. Years that I was doing too much. Like, I wanted too much out of life. Like, I was just told that. And like, in reality, he just didn't believe he could ever have more than what he had. And I was the complete opposite. I always believed that I would always have more than what I had that day. Like, the next day I was gonna have more, and the day after that I was gonna have more, and the day after that I was gonna have more, just because it's just how things happen. Like, I'm a builder. I build things. So every day is going to be a little bit more that I'm gonna add to my plate, to my responsibilities, to my whatever, just because I know I can do it. I know I can hold it. I know that's my purpose here, because some people don't have that. They just don't have it. So, yeah, I spent 4 months in a basement trying to figure out who I was, and I challenged myself to see what my dream apartment would look like. So I went and toured my dream apartment, and then they showed me how much money it would be to live in my dream apartment. And then I looked at my check stub and I was like, you do have what it takes. It says right there, you have what it takes to live your dream life. And I I cried, and I hit submit on my application, and I cried, and then I got accepted, and I cried, and then I spent a month trying to put together the money to be able to move comfortably. Jeez, that was crazy, but I got it. Get the money. Get the fucking money. I don't know if y'all are watching Dropout. Y'all need to watch Dropout, but GTFM. That's really it. If you gotta go on GTFM, get the fucking money. Anyway, I did all of this off Pinterest boards and solid hope. So I want to tell you guys, that's how you do it. That's how you make it. And now I'm at the point where you're at the what's next phase. I actually already written down what's next, but now I have to like focus on it, because I was so focused on getting in here that I couldn't focus on anything else. And so now I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna undo these boxes, I'm gonna unpack as much as I fucking can, because it's Mother's Day weekend and I got to take my mom out. I got to get everything out of my storage unit so I don't get charged again. I got to pay all my bills. I got to get back to reality. But I had to take some days off, for real, to just appreciate what I had and to be here and to love being here. I love where I live. I love where I live. I know for a lot of us, that's hard to say. And I really do pray that you get to a place where you love where you live. It's about to rain. I'm cold as shit. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Entrepreneurish. About manifestation, and you can do it. You can do it. God is here for you. Before I leave, hold on, before I leave, it's calling on my heart to pray for y'all. Like, it really is. It really is. I have the prayer. I have the prayer that got me through all of this. I have the prayer that started this, y'all. Hold on. I saved this on November 15th, 2021. And this is, God, I know that a life poured out for you is a life where I lived. So please fill me up for your glory and pour me out for your purposes. Show me how to persevere in the calling you have given me, even when it feels hard. And give me the ability to see people the way you see them and to love them the way you do. Here I am, Lord. Use me for your glory. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Y'all were going to get this prayer, okay? For some reason, I kept having a lot of camera issues out there on my deck. But I had to give y'all this prayer because it has changed so much of my life. Asking God to show you who people are has changed my life. Asking Him to give me the strength to persevere, to live His purpose, has changed my life. And literally giving my life to Him and serving Him to fulfill my purpose has changed my life. And I needed to share that with you. It was just on my heart to share with you guys the literal prayer that I have prayed since November of last year in order to get to where I am now. So a new chapter is starting. Y'all gonna see a brand new Ellie. I'm finna be all in your face. And watch the dreams come true. And I hope that literally the whole point of this podcast is to show y'all from my humble beginnings in the basement to where I'm going. And it's been 4 months since I started praying this prayer. Well, 6 months since I started praying this prayer. I've only been podcasting 2 months. We haven't even hit 90 days, y'all, and I already moved to my dream apartment. So what's next? Do you see what I'm saying? You could do it. I pray I'm an inspiration for y'all. I pray y'all keep the strength to persevere even when it's hard. And y'all have a wonderful day. And thank you again for listening to Entrepreneurs. I love you. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. As always, you guys can find Entrepreneurs on Spotify or any of your other podcasting sites. What I did want to talk to you is about a very special thing that I just started, which is entrepreneur support. You guys can support this podcast by going to the link below, and you can either support it monthly, or you can DM me on my Instagram or my Twitter. The links are also in this description. And we can talk about ways that you can sponsor our show. And in doing so, in that sponsor